Welcome back. As you can tell, I'm in the Nether. And this tunnel back here, that one, goes off to the Dwarven Kingdom. I figured I would start here in the Nether, because I sort of came up with an idea for what I want my tunnels to look like. And I've started clearing out some space, and as you can tell, there's a lot of space here. I may have gone a little too much, seeing as, there's 1,000 blocks between where that tunnel ends and where that tunnel ends. Yup. We'll see how fast I regret this. But I do like the way that it's looking so far. We'll see how far I get. And I think if I open up my inventory, you can kind of get an idea of what I might do here. So I think I'm going to grab some of my blue blocks. I think we'll start with this. I think this is going to be the way I should do it. Boom. Really? You, and you. Okay. So, I like the idea of having kind of a randomized pattern of blue blocks here on the wall. And then here on each of the posts, we're going to have something similar to that. I don't think I like that pattern though. So I think what I want to do is nether brick, and then let's grab a couple of chiseled nether brick. And then, so that, then I want a glowstone here. Another nether brick, and then regular nether brick. Chiseled nether brick, and then regular nether brick. And then here I can start doing like a vaulted ceiling. I might have to take out some more blocks in the middle, but I think this is going to be all right. And then the entire wall is going to be like blue. I think that'll be kind of cool. And then where are tunnels to different locations? So Dwarven Kingdom tunnel down there, we're going to have some sort of, I don't know if we do an archway, or if we have like a door that, maybe we have like a door that pops out, something like that. We do that over here for the Dwarven Kingdom. And then the tunnel that goes to the Dwarven Kingdom is going to have a different pattern or different theme than what's going to be in the main tunnel here. Oh, and the floor. I'm not going to do glazed terracotta on the walls. I do like the idea of this being on the floor, though. Alright, so I think this is going to be a little bit better of an idea of what I want the floor to be. We're going to do a little mix of glazed terracotta and some blue carpets in the floor, just to kind of bring that color down into the floor itself. And then also to prevent mob spawning by using buttons and carpets. And then all of this is half slabs, so no mobs will spawn on the brick down at the bottom. So I think I'm going to spend some time working on this little test section here. While I'm tinkering in the nether, trying to figure out my tunnels a little bit better, I figured we could hop over here into the tree farming area and, well, decorate it, have it a little bit easier to get up to all of our different platforms. So yeah, I think it's time for another time lapse. Well, I think it's safe to say that I definitely hollowed out too large of an area. Yep. Oh, let's go and take a look and see what I did here. So there's a staircase that kind of slopes down into the storage area, and I kind of blended what we have done in the storage area back up into the rest of the area. On the right here is obviously our overworld wood farm. And this wall here with the birch and the acacia and the jungle will slide over as part of the farm moving. You can see there's the piston line right there. I thought it would be kind of cool to be able to see this area continually move and change as I'm running the overworld tree farm. And then on this side, oh, trapdoor. This is the nether wood side. I wanted a spot to be able to create some more of each of the nylium in case I need to, replace that block right there, either with the warped version if I'm just swapping sides, or if something were to happen and that nylium turns back into netherrack, I would want to be able to have a second way to be able to, bone meal this and then drop it over there. So yeah, I had a couple of shulkers here, mostly just for a stockpile of the fungus, as you can see. Reason being is I won't be able to get more fungus as I'm making the farm. It'll be a net loss of fungus. And on the other hand, in the overworld tree farm over here, as I'm, growing birch logs, birch trees, for example, I will have birch saplings provided to me from the leaves being crushed. So yeah, I don't necessarily need to worry about a storage for like saplings here. I will have lots and lots and lots of way too many saplings. So I just did a quick filter system over here with one of each of the saplings in a different row. And on the end is going to be sticks. So I suspect I will be using the stick chest a lot more than the rest of them. At a certain point, I may just end up bone mealing a lot of the other saplings. But yeah. I really like this wall, even though it kind of gets hidden into the background. It's almost like a decorative wood storage wall, and I think it looks really cool. But yeah. Yeah, so that is pretty much our wood farm. I did end up creating a couple of alleyways to the left and right of the storage room. This one is just for maintenance, just back into the overworld tree farm. And then if I need to get onto the backside of the storage room for anything, I have access there. And then on this side, if I follow this path up, kind of winds around here and it goes up to still winding, goes up to the concrete maker or the manual input, whichever I want to call it. And this will work for a manual input, and like the water shouldn't affect anything. I may end up using this area for other farms or other reasons. For example, like I might build a cobblestone generator and stick it up there somewhere, or a basalt generator and stick it up somewhere. There's a lot of space in here that I can use it for different things. So the other thing I kind of want to show you is if I slip into the maintenance area on the nether tree farm, there's this tunnel here, and I did do a little exploratory down here, and I came across a amethyst geode. So I may end up coming in here and turning this into an automatic amethyst farm. That won't be this episode. Nope, because that will take me quite a while to do. It's kind of complicated. So yeah, this area will be used for a fair amount of stuff. So yeah. Well, I think it's time to check up in the nether and see how far we've gotten. I did just do those 4 sections between the Dwarven Kingdom and the Ocean Monument tunnels, and I think it turned out all right. So this is what it ended up turning out to look like. I think this will be pretty cool. It will be a lot of work because, well, that's a really tall ceiling, and I have to do that for 1,400 blocks. No, I'm not regretting this. You're regretting. Okay, I might be regretting this, but yeah. I think we'll make it work, and I will probably just do a couple sections, every few days or so, and hopefully, this time next year, we'll have the full tunnel done. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I did end up spending, way too much time at the gold farm and the piglin barding farm because that's how I'm getting the nether brick. Yep. So you might see my levels all over the place for the next episode or 2 or 3. Well, really whenever I'm working on the tunnel system in here. So yeah, that is it's gonna be kind of a snapshot of what our nether tunnel system is gonna look like. Well, at least the main nether tunnel. I think I like the idea of each of the side tunnels. So like this one here into the Dwarven Kingdom will be a different theme or different style of tunnel versus the main tunnel. So yeah. And then I think what I want to do is start working on the Wither Skeleton Farm. We started that project a while ago, and we finished up mob-proofing the entire fortress. So I think it's time we head over there and actually do a build around it. So, well, actually, we do need a lot of wither roses before we can build the farm that I want to build. So I think we're going to head to the end, and we're going to kill a bunch of mobs so that we can get wither roses. Because if you don't know, in order to have a wither rose, you need to have a wither kill another mob. It can be like a passive mob, like a chicken. It can be something like a snow golem, which is what we're going to do. Or it could even be like endermen or skeletons or zombies. It just needs to kill something. And probably some of the easiest ones to do are endermen, because you can set up a farm right above it. Or what we're going to do is snow golems. Or chickens. Chickens are really easy too. So, yeah. Let's head over to the end, and I will set up the quick little wither skeleton farm. Wither rose farm. And we're going to use that to build the wither skeleton farm. Alright, I have set up Ianxofour's wither rose farm behind me. This was like literally a 2-minute build. Super easy. I don't think I'm going to keep this around. Mostly because I will probably want to do something else here in the end island at some point. And I don't necessarily want anything cluttering up the end portal. But yeah, I think I will set this up and let it run and collect a whole bunch of wither roses. I think I need something like 5 or 6 stacks for the wither skeleton farm. So yeah, this will be my life for the next, I don't know, hour? Oh, half hour? 2 hours? I don't know how long this is going to take. But it does seem like it's going to be pretty quick, which I'm pretty happy about. So, I guess I'll see you guys when I have all of the wither roses that I need. And before I know it, done with collecting all of the wither roses that I need, and I'm ready to start the wither skeleton farm, which I think is going to be centered around the intersection right behind me. And well, I think it's time for another time lapse. And with that, the Wither skeleton farm is complete. And as you can see, it looks like this is running pretty well, I would say. So if I zoom back to my body here, you can see that there's quite a lot of skeletons down here. So much that they're dying from entity cramming. So I think we'll swipe. Swipe. There we go. I suppose I have another XP farm here too. And the reason why I want to kill them with my sword instead of letting the entities cram is because of, well, looting. I get a lot more skulls from just using the sword versus just letting them die from entity cramming. And I had 5 wither skeleton skulls from making the farm. And I did end up putting 1 into a filter back here. So when we have enough to fill up the filter so that they start going into the chests, we'll be able to get our wither skeleton skulls here. I did also make a filter for bones and for coal, because it's never bad to have a supply of those. And I just did 2 slices for each. So these 2 are for bones and these 2 are for coal. So I think I might spend some time here gathering up some more wither skeleton skulls. I think there was one right there. Oh, there might still be one right there. Yes. So that's looking good. And I'm super happy with this. Super happy with this. So I have continued to make progress here on our nether tunnel. Now that I have the wither skeleton farm finished. And, well, as you can see, I'm making progress. Most of the floor is in. I just need the blue terracotta and the blue wool, and then the blue sides, the concrete and the wool. So yeah, this is coming along, but I'm at the point now where, well, I need a source for blue dye. Yep. And there's 2 places where you can get blue dye. One is lapis. So I could go mining a lot, or trade a lot with cleric villagers, but that's just not going to be fast enough, I think, for as large of a project as this is going to be. So the alternative is to do a blue flower farm. Now, I need specifically cornflowers. And one of the places that you can get cornflowers from just bone milling is in I think it's a flower forest. And well, a flower forest is one of the places that I actually scouted out before I even started this LP. And well, I think we'll head over to that spot and set up the flower farm. And I can give you guys a little, maybe a little sneak peek into what I'm kind of thinking of doing for the flower forest area. So yeah, let me dig another tunnel, because, you know, clearly I haven't been doing enough nether tunneling lately. Yep. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I have tunneled out to where the flower forest is. And it actually turns out that it is directly across the way here from the ocean monument. And yeah, we'll have a nice little cluster of tunnels here. Ocean monument there, flower forest there. And then just 2 or 3 sections down is the Dwarven Kingdom. So I think we'll head over to the flower forest area. And I did light the portal, so I'm probably just gonna meet you guys in the flower forest. Alright, so this area over here is actually the flower forest. So if I fly up, we can get a little bit of a bird's eye view. You can see all of the flowers throughout here. And I think what I want to do is this little mound here. I think what I'm going to do is I'll end up burrowing into here and turning this into my storage room for the flower forest area. But we haven't even finished one of our areas yet. Let's go focus on the Empire for a while. before we come back here and actually set up a full area, full base over here. What I do need from over here is the this spot over here. All of these I think these are cornflowers. Yep, cornflowers. So I should be able to set up a flower farm right here. And I actually brought a full shulker of bone meal. So if I bone meal this area, yeah, see how I get another cornflower, and it looks like everything else is just grass. Let's give that another shot. Yep, just cornflowers, and one more just to be sure. No flowers there, and a bunch of cornflowers there. So I think what I'm gonna do is do a 5x7 little slice here, and then just turn it into a flower farm. So let me do that real quick. All right, and just like that, our flower farm is created. So I think we'll just kick this off and see how many cornflowers we can get. Looks like we have a few dox daisies in there, but for the most part, they're all cornflowers, which is good. I think that was about a minute, maybe a minute and a half, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 stacks of cornflowers, which will give me 5.5 stacks of blue dye. Yeah, it would have taken me like 4 Minecraft days in order to get that much lapis from all of my clerics. So, yep, I think this was a good idea. But I think we are out of video time for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.